still people, they want the underground, they want this feeling that they can party anywhere, they can party anytime they want.
I choose to be a raver because I feel myself, you know. When I first went into a techno show, I felt like I'm in some sort of, I don't know, a church even. For me, raving is like going to a mass, and dancing is like fucking praying, you know.
I think the difference between a club night and like a kind of a techno night in a club is people kind of just tend to go out for the sake of going out, kind of for a club night. Like there's not really a sense of like, there's not really a reason that they can all come together and agree on that they're going for, whereas like a techno night, like there's that communal sense that like you all have the same interests in the music, and
it's just gonna feel like you're part of something, you know. Just part of like, you know, something that's not known to a normal person. You feel like you belong to something.
Yeah, like mainstream kind of normal club nights, like people go out from like big groups, like or social aspect is not as much focused on the music. They're just going out just to go out. Then in the techno scene, then there's more sense of community. People are going out for music. Like you'll always meet people out that is on their own, just for the gig, but you wouldn't really get that in like the mainstream club night. And then I think illegal residence takes that sense of freedom like one step further.
There's a real sense of community, like compared to, you know, your normal kind of nights. Like, and I suppose rave then like there's an extra kind of edge to it, an extra bit of kind of excitement or, you know, mystery around it, like that kind of draws people to it, like, which is definitely it's cool.
I feel myself, and people ask my thing for raving. I barely use any drugs. It's just like I express myself through the body. I feel the rhythm of the music, and just people ask, what drug are you on? Are you on speed? Do you have any speed? Nah, man, I don't have anything. I have the fucking energy. I just go, you know. I feel the power of music. The harder we go, the faster I go. And what I like about the underground scene in Cork, there is not really a venue at the moment. We are hoping for something better in the nearest future. But I still like the way local DJs try to organize the best parties as they ever could, with playing their music in like local Irish pubs. And also, thank God, we have illegal raves, say to Kriptik, where there was a first Kriptik organized in the church. It looked fucking insane. The music coming from the church, dark techno. It was middle of the fucking night. It looked like something from the movie. Second Kriptik in an abandoned warehouse. It looked so industrial. I love it, and I love the boys organizing Kriptik, and I wish them well in the future.
I think Cork is a really special place. I think even if you go to Dublin, like anyone that comes from Dublin, they love Cork, and I think we're just like such a special vibe, and we're just fun, and like I think if you go anywhere, it's kind of hard to replicate like the kind of messing and the crack, like, and the banter that goes on like in Cork, definitely. Yeah, it's like definitely a special place.
just the community. Like everyone's really friendly, and it's just a really nice place to be a part of. And like there's always like, it's always like new. There's always something new happening. Like whether it's like new music or new people coming to the scene. Like it's like, and it's always fast paced. Like there's always something to kind of explore, I suppose.
Yeah, it's just the sense of community is great. Like just everyone involved is just totally sound like it's just such a great buzz and nights out. Like.
Likewise, it's definitely the characters and it's the people in it, you know. Yeah.
Kriptik, I absolutely love what they're doing. We tried to do this 20 years ago, but we kept getting stopped by guards.
They really did it well. I think it's the fact that everyone hopped onto the bus well, no one knew where they were going except the organisers. So that was the main reason why it ran so smoothly. So fair play to the lads of what they're doing. Like, hope they keep doing it. Hope keep happening.
There is the element of raves, I think, that people are often turned off by, which is the drug aspect of it. So we do ask people to be mindful of their drug intake. You know, if they are going to take drugs on a night, that they know their limits. And
yeah, look after your friends.
Look after your friends, exactly. And in terms of the locations, we often, it might be a day or two before we go back, obviously, or even a couple of days sometimes, depending how big the event. Yeah. But we often go back then and leave the place cleaner than if we found it, and that would have been seen with the church even. Another thing we do is we do have people sometimes walking around the place just to check on people. So we might have one lad and one girl checking on the girl and lad, checking on the lads, or vice versa, or whatever. Just being mindful, you know, that people are okay, because it can be an unsafe space, and you do hear these stories of all sorts. So we try our best for what it is to minimise that.
Yeah.
Sense.
Yeah, we also we try and get crates of water and just stuff like that, you know, and try and keep everyone hydrated and just like just the normal kind of stuff, really, like. Yeah. I suppose even ourselves, like, we'd be kind of talking to like everyone that goes in there, like even just chatting, like, but I still be just keeping an eye on things, just making sure there's nothing unusual going on, or everyone's on a good buzz and stuff, like, so.
Yeah, we're saved by the fact as well that people do know each other very well there. You know, the community is such a big thing, I think, and everyone does look after each other. And that's not just with Kriptik, I think that's across the board, like, it's anywhere, isn't it?
It was actually, we were on a night out in town and we were like, right, let's just make a list and let's just do it, let's just not think about it, let's just go ahead, do it, like. So I think we made a list. The next day we literally started like just ticking every box, like, and then that's when Kriptik 1 happened in the church, like, so it was pretty special night.
Liam kind of came up initially with the idea of Kriptik, and you always wanted to push it, and I always wanted to do something like an event. I wanted to throw something. I just didn't know that it would fall into being a rave now in hindsight, but it was sort of perfect, the combination, because I wanted to do something around that time. Fell in love with techno. Liam wanted to push it. He talked to me about a rave, and I was like, let's do it, like, let's get it going.
Yeah, anywhere here is grand, thank you.
We got a lot of following, like, very quickly and stuff, like, we're delighted with the response, like, so it's really after growing into something like this could go anywhere, really, like, and we really want to push it as well, like, you know, it's exciting stuff.
You know when you with your auto filter and you try to set like a filter on everything.
Any alcohol in your bag?
No, nothing.
Any alcohol in your bag? Any alcohol in your bag?
I suppose if you want to like parties and just gigs and stuff for a long time now, like, and like I always just, it was something I always wanted to do. Like I always kind of had my own vision of like what makes a good party. Like you take certain elements of the parties I've been to, like what I thought just made it a bit cooler, you know, where to smoke or the lights or whatever, just to create that bit of atmosphere. Like so I always just wanted to kind of bring my own vision into like and just do it myself.
and I just DJ'd at Kriptik and I had the time of my life. I didn't DJ alone today, I DJ'd with David O'Neill and I really enjoyed it. Had such a blast. It's so amazing being able to DJ with someone who also really is on the same wavelength with your kind of style and genre of techno. And I just feel like the hour slipped away and it felt like 5 minutes and I wish it could have lasted longer. But yeah, that's the beauty of doing something that you love, and I love DJing techno, and that's just
I run Bastardo Electrico, which for anybody who doesn't know is one of Ireland's longest running techno nights and labels. If you don't know, look into it. We run techno, house, electro for the last 20 plus years, and I'm really excited to be here because this is where I started. I started back in over 20 years ago playing at illegal raves at the time in woods on fields because we didn't have anywhere that we could go. It was all house music and we weren't allowed to be there. Techno was considered scum and drug music, but we were actually just a group of friends that we wanted to just listen to music. People are enjoying it. There's no trouble, there's no fights, there's no drugs going around. Well, I didn't see any, and people are just enjoying themselves and they're mixing amongst each other, and I haven't experienced that in a long time. Outside of Berlin, I have not experienced that in a long time, of people just mixing with each other and saying hello to each other while listening to music that they all enjoyed. People dancing like crazy if they felt like it, and expressing themselves how they felt like it. I've met lots of people in there tonight that are sober, completely sober. The person who brought me here tonight is completely sober, and they DJ'd tonight. They're sober. They're enjoying the music. I've had a couple of drinks, that's all. So anybody says that this is drugs music is completely wrong. I went up the stairs and I encountered a young boy of 18 that was, I was saying boy, they were they. And they just come out as they. And this was their first rave. And I respected the fact that they were they. And they said that they had never experienced such love and attention and friendliness from a crowd ever before. I think that is at the root of the rave scene. Truly, that is the root of the rave scene. It's acceptance, fun. I think that's it. Acceptance and fun, and a little bit of peace away from the harsh realities of normal life.
Never. Hardcore will never die. Remember that rule.
Yes, boss.
Never die. Hardcore will never die!
Culture of dance music is acceptance of all people, race, sex, gender identity, whatever you want to call it. Everybody is welcome. And that's what the scene is about.